This is Hannibal and my cow Piper here, or should I say, my baby calf Piper, wishing you a happy Halloween 2022 as she types away. Oh, she pressed Ralph's comment. What's up? We're watching some Halloween movies. Now Piper's ready to rest a little bit. You know, she's getting ready to make me some milk later on. So that's why I traded in Piper the dog for Piper the cow. But this is a review of a great Halloween movie that you should all watch, the 1986 Trick or Treat. You should watch it anyways if you are a rock and roll music fan or a hair metal fan and a horror movie fan. It's not the Trick or Treat with the pumpkin head from the 2000s, which I didn't think was anything special, but this one it's good because it like has that 80s vibe to it, and Gene Simmons is in it, Ozzy Osbourne is in it, the kid Eddie, who is the main character in the story, who I guess he had a role in Family Ties, which I never saw much, but originally the other guy that they were thinking about casting to play it was actually Keanu Reeves. And the people that made this movie also made Freddy's Revenge. And it was made on a $3.5 million budget and grossed over $7 million in the theaters alone. It was successful on VHS after, from what I understand. And I remember watching this for the first time on VHS back when I was in high school. I kind of identify with this kid because he wasn't one of the popular ones in high school. He was like a rocker outcast, and this rock and roll guy that ends up being the monster of the movie also went to this same high school. But like, I remember my first few years of high school, I was also an outcast because I was known as like the wrestling fan, and wrestling was not popular then. And I was like kind of made fun of and stuff. And like I hated high school so much that I went to night school and summer school to take extra courses so I could graduate faster. But then all of a sudden, my last 2 years, I became like this amazing athlete, winning the state championships in wrestling, provincial as we call it, and being one of the key players on our city championship rugby team. Plus, wrestling was popular, so I ended up my last few years being popular. So I saw it from both ends, the outcast side and the other side. But one of the reasons I remember renting this tape was because I had taken all those extra courses in my first few years of high school. I liked it my last few years. I wanted to stay, but because I had the extra courses, I only took afternoon classes. I've been like a night person since high school. I remember go to the gym at night. Then after the gym, I would go to the video store and rent a horror movie every single night of the week, which I would watch before I went to bed. And I remember renting this one, and it was before I was even that much of a rock music fan, which I'm a massive hair metal fan these days. But I loved this movie right away, and I didn't even really know much about Ozzy or Gene Simmons then. But basically, this rock singer that this kid idolizes ends up passing away in an accident, and Gene Simmons is like a local DJ, and he has his hands on like the last record that this guy was supposed to release. Gives it to the kid, tells him to play it back, or the kid plays it backwards. Then all this spooky stuff starts to happen. Like the kids that are bullying him suddenly, because they almost kill him, or at one point they like put a weight in his backpack and throw him in a swimming pool after inviting him into a party just so they could do this to him. So he almost dies. And then there's this funny chase scene where they chase him throughout the high school. But this rocker, the ghost of the rocker, is kind of helping this kid get revenge on all these people. But then the ghost starts going too far and getting too out of control, and then the kid has to end up trying to stop the ghost, and then there's a little love story with this girl that was originally uh I guess aligned with one of the people that were bullying him, and then her and the kid obviously has a crush on her, and then they end up having adventures together as the movie goes on. And the Centennial says, great movie. Yeah, it is a great movie, and I won't ruin it too much, but I'd highly recommend it. I've seen it probably almost every year since I first saw it. It is, you can buy it on YouTube Movies if you want to watch like a high quality version, or you can watch it for free. Someone has posted it for free if you search Trick or Treat 1986. But there's also a cameo from Ozzy in this movie where he's playing like an anti rock and roll guy, and the music in it is really good. If you like rock music, I would definitely put it as one of my favorite Halloweenish movies. So yeah, I thought I would just take some time since it's Halloween to put that movie over, and highly suggest that to watch if you are a hair metal fan or a horror movie fan or an 80s movie fan, because like as a fan of 80s movies myself, it has that vibe to it. As we said, the producers of one of the Nightmares on Elm Street did this movie. So like it has a very similar vibe to that. So anyways, I wish everyone an amazing Halloween. Checking out. Have a good one.